This is student ID 347662. The date is June 15th, 2016. This is for Chandler Online Academy English 11 Semester 2. And this is for 7.9 Presenting Argument. As Americans, we live in a nation with many issues, and though this one is often overlooked, it is still important. At least back in 2012, it led to 3,000 deaths and over 400,000 people injured, and that number is still climbing, and this whole problem is texting while driving. There's also this other notion of public service announcements that they will somehow be effective to getting across this problem and how to prevent it by warning people as to the dangers of it. But the problem with this notion is the fact that in the modern age, getting information across is technically easier than ever, but all in all, it's just harder now to get it to everyone. Public service announcements have ultimately changed, or at least they have to change because the world has. Back when there was only a couple channels on TV and the internet didn't exist, a public service announcement could get to pretty much anyone who owned a TV. But now, in the modern age, when you have hundreds of TV channels, some of which are only to being on a certain network or if you pay a subscription, and when you have millions of websites, not all of them heavily frequented, but they are still there, a public service announcement will just not reach everyone. And there's this even bigger issue of, in these past couple decades, public apathy has just grown. Look from, government to most health issues, and people just don't care. A public service announcement, if it can be skipped, it'll probably be skipped. And that's not how the world should be, but that's how it works. And a public service announcement isn't going to change people's thoughts on texting while driving, because the people who do care, you might not reach them, and they might not even have a large enough presence to change anything. And the people who could help fix the problem just are going to think that, oh, what can I do to help? There's nothing I can do. That's what most people think. It's this whole public apathy. And then the people who are the problem, the people who text while drive, have this whole mentality of, well, I'm fine. I'm skilled enough. It'll never happen to me. And a public service announcement is not going to fix any of this. We already have ads on TV, commercials on video places like YouTube or on news websites as well. And since that has barely changed anything, another public service announcement might as well just be a shout into the void. So while a public service announcement will not help the situation, what will help instead is a near propaganda-like approach to it. Do what we have been doing for the past 2 decades now with anti-smoking. Make it everywhere. Advertisements, billboards, showing the risks, because that's the only way this is going to work. Because society is not going to change if we do not have society confront its issues.